Good morning, folks. How are you? We are finally going to get a start here today on the foundation of this shed. So I got some boards laid out. This is all green. It was cut a few days ago and then processed on the mill there. So it's wet, it's heavy, it's green, we're building with it. It is what it is. So anyway, let's get a start here. I gotta clear these piles off, and then I got two 6x6 16-foot beams there. I'd like to give those a blast with my torch. Just singe them up. That's a good way. From other videos I've seen guys doing homemade lumber. It's a good way to preserve anyway if you do that. And then also you can apply like oil to it. I'm gonna apply a concoction of some diesel fuel and I got some old mortar oil. I'd mix those together. I've seen other videos, guys doing that stuff too. I think that's kind of an old world sort of farmer's method they use like on buildings and fence posts and stuff like that. So super cheap, easy, and effective. So that's what we're looking at today, and we'll see how far we get. So let's get to her. Okay, folks, so we pretty much got our sort of base beams down and leveled up and pretty much ready to go here. Okay, so there's our 16-foot beams. So obviously you can see on the end there the slope that we're dealing with here, eh? So yeah, I can't remember what the measurement was there, but yeah, we're like I anticipated, almost a few feet up on the corner there. So still got to ran out of cinder blocks here, but we're gonna need another couple there and plus another block. So, but we're leveled here, we're leveled on the other one, and we're level across. So we're just about there. So I'm gonna have to pick up more blocks there, and but I'm stoked. I'm gonna burn these up, I think, too, a bit, and char them up, sort of weather protect them a little bit. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, the floor is gonna overhang them a bit, so not too worried, but yeah, I'm gonna do something though. We'll see. I mean, I got dogs too. I was thinking about putting like the diesel and the oil on, but I know my dogs are gonna be going right underneath these beams and underneath, and probably like rubbing on them, so then they're gonna have oil and shit on them. So if I do that, I might do it just kind of on the sides and on the top, and maybe just not do the bottom. We'll see. Anyway. Sort of enough is enough point. So folks, we're in the process of getting the floor cut up and put together. So I was just seeing there, I use a chainsaw for this stuff. It's a lot easier when you're working with like rough cut, especially like fresh rough cut. If you've ever tried it, it doesn't cut very well on conventional chop saws and skill saws, whatever, right? It kicks back a lot. It's not good. It's really frustrating to work with. So it's just way easier and actually more precise for me to just use a chainsaw to work with the board. So that's what I do, and I prefer using a chainsaw anyway, right? It's kind of my favorite way to cut wood, so for sure it is. So Anyway, most of this structure is going to be cut up with a chainsaw. You know, when I get into maybe other sort of finer detail stuff near the end, smaller boards, sort of finishing boards here and there, you know, I'll probably use I got a chop saw, skill saw, whatever, right? So at that point we'll use that. But for the bigger boards, like these are these are true dimension, right? And even plus some, right? Most of my boards I'm dealing with are like 2 by at least, you know, say the floorboards here are 2 by 8s, true dimension 2 by 8s, not 1.5 by 6.5, say that you would get at the hardware store, right? So actually 2 by 8. On the bigger side of 2 by 8, a lot of them, right? They're not all totally the same and plain down. Some of them are like 3 by 8. Some are like 2.5 by 8. They're sturdy boards, so that's what we're working with, and she'll be a solid structure, and yeah, we'll keep plugging away. What you doing, girl? Hanging out under there, just like I knew you were going to be. That's why I'm probably not putting diesel and oil mixture on those bottom beams. Right? Folks, we got a good start on our base for that shed there. And then we've actually changed our mind about that. It's actually going to be probably like a little studio / guest cabin kind of thing. Anyway, but for this winter, it's going to be storage because I don't have enough time to build everything that I want this year. So anyway, I think we need about 7 more 2 by 8 for that base. So I'm hoping, I got 1 log teed up here ready to go, hoping to get 3, maybe 4 2 by 8s out of that. And then I got 1 more log around that's going to be long enough, so hopefully another 3, 4, and that will get our base done, and then we can start putting like the walls up and that. So anyway, we're ready to go on the mill here, so let's get to it. got our next log on here. We get our next 3 boards out of here. Look at this. I had to come up an inch on this side, but I also had to adjust the log, and I slid it over, and it ended up on a like a stubby of the branch. So I would have needed a tow board, right, to get it up an inch or so. Sometimes you just get lucky though, right? Lucky little breaks like that, right? What goes around comes around. You gotta put good out there, and once in a while you get something good back to you, right? Folks, it's simple as that. If you put good out there in the world, you know what? It's good things are gonna come back your way, right? You know, karma, whatever, karmic debt, you know, all that kind of terminology or whatever. You know, you put shit out there, you're gonna get shit on. You know, it's as simple as that. But then it's as simple as too is, you know, sometimes you put good out there and you get shit on, which, you know, ain't necessarily right. But you know what? If you persevere and push on past that, that shit's just gonna slide off, and the good stuff's coming to you. Hey folks, so we got those 2x8s kind of up. They're up here. We went down the beach. It was freaking hot, skanky out. So anyway, they're up here. It started raining and all that. So generator's going. It's kind of loud, so it's hard to talk over. I got a low voice, so here's where we're at. Boards. I'm just laying them up top. Everything's. All these boards are like green, as green as the leaves you see behind us. Like, this is all fresh, green, heavy wood with a lot of moisture in it, and it's gonna move and this and that. I've sort of, anyway, whatever. This has got to get built. It's been built with green wood, so it is what it is. It's got to get done. Anyway, folks, that's it for today. So thanks for checking the video if you did, and till next time.